I would like to bring Liz Wright to be our. I love you, Liz. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on, Liz. Derek is, yeah, okay, go
Right now.
ahead.
I was to say, how am I supposed to go after Tamsin? I just love her so much, and seeing Anne, my peers, who I'm obsessed with, and you, who I'm obsessed with, like.
We love you so much too, and you just get to show up exactly as you are because
Okay,
you
I'll
are.
probably cry then.
Yeah, so you know what? I've got my box of tissues. I'll cry with you. So, Liz, well, what made you join Boldheart in the first place? What was
So
going on for you?
last year at Boldheart, I showed up and I had just gotten out of a really abusive, toxic, manipulative relationship with a narcissist, and I felt like garbage. And I cried the whole time, and I'm crying now because I'm so happy, but I cried all 3 days like a psycho. Like the entire time through everything, I sat there and I cried the entire 3 days live in person. And, with the same piece of tissue. And yeah, and so Caitlin, she was one of the advisors. I told her what my dream was, and I told her I had no money and that I was broken. And she looked at me the same way that you look at a lot of us, and she held space for my dream, and she believed that I could do it, and I prayed about it, and I heard from my higher power that it was my divine appointment and I needed to be here. But I had never felt so much love. I think I experienced more love at Mindset Retreat from complete strangers than I had felt in the last 5 years. Honestly, I like coming into Boldheart, I had not accepted the love and the dignity that I deserved in friendships and romantic relationships. And the women in this group, they modeled that for me. And the reason I'm crying now is I have a whole new life. And I,
In 1 year.
yeah.
1 year. Uh, Tell me about this community, Liz. Tell me about the people here.
Well,
Now
I
that
love,
you're now that you're in on the inside, not just
yeah.
the mindset, right? Because the mindset, it's good, but it's just like the pink spoon at Baskin Robbins. When you want the full boat, you come into the Bold Heart Business Program. What's it like when you're inside?
It's like coming home. It's like coming home. It really, that's how it feels. It feels like being around being around family. I can be the most real version of myself, whether it's the most put together version of myself or like the sometimes hot mess version of myself. Like I get to be every iteration of the person that I want to be as I'm moving into who I'm meant to be. There's so much support. And then on the business side, people are just so generous with their time. They're willing to answer any questions that you have. They cheer you on, and we just get so much support. And I wouldn't have a business if it wasn't for you guys. Because when the pandemic hit, I would have quit. That would have been when I fired myself from my business. Absolutely. I thought I was going to, but you couldn't get off the hook.
And what are the elements of the program that you think are the strongest for you?
The strongest for me is the mindset, because anybody can tell you how to do something, but if you don't have the mindset in place, you're never going to accomplish it. You can only accept what you deserve. And so we learn how to allow abundance, and we learn how to show up in our lives, and we learn the spiritual practice of discipline, and we learn how to eliminate fear, and we learn how to just show up and serve and not make it about ourselves. And that's been transformational. And then we learn how to sell authentically without being sleazy. And then we learn how to market to people without spending a single dollar. Like I think I spent $20 on my meetup group and I've made thousands. Like that's wild. Like I literally haven't had to spend a single dollar in advertising. We learn all these things, and I learned how to make my own money.
Yeah.
And the manifestation element, like everything that I wrote down at Manifest at the mindset last year is happening. Like I said in my head that we'd be having this conversation, and here we are. I said in my head that I would be on your team, and here I am. Like in the vortex, these things happen. Like I learned how to make money out of thin air, literally. That's what it is.
Yeah. It really is. It's plugging into, it's not only the pragmatic and practical that you get in all the classes that you get, you know, drip to you every couple of weeks, every week, but it's also all of the stuff, the self-worth, the no excuses approach, but not just hearing it once at Mindset. This is like daily, daily. Everybody wants to know what your business is, Liz.
I'm a life coach, and I'm passionate about helping women step into their power. And I've recently realigned because of all the mindset stuff I've learned from you, Fabienne and Kiva. I'm pivoting into corporate, and I'm going to be selling corporate coaching for mid-level employees because I'm tired of seeing people stressed out and burnt out. And there's another way. Not everybody's going to be as lucky as we are to be able to create their entrepreneurship lifestyle, but you can live the life that you want by design at the intersection of emotional wellness and high performance. And I learned that here.
Yeah. What would you say to somebody who is feeling pulled? Like, listen, not everybody will feel pulled, and they're just here listening to the content and they're like, okay. But there are some people, maybe a woman here, a man who's watching this, who are saying, oh yeah, these are my people. And they're feeling pulled by their future, and they're feeling some resistance. Did you have resistance? How did you overcome it? No.
My family had resistance for me, and I'm going to like debunk all the money myths. Y'all, I had no money. I signed up for Boldheart. There was a $700 deposit, and I signed up with $5, and I didn't even know where the rest of the money was going to come from. I didn't know how I was going to pay for my first month. But what I did learn is that Fabienne has a really magnetic, money, energetic vibration, and that when I made my commitment to her, I got to step into her vibration, and it raised my own. And then I side hustled. I've driven Uber, I've done Lyft, I've done ship shopping, I've done literally everything it took to be here. And if you want to make it happen, don't worry about the money. The universe will provide if you pray and move your feet.
Beautiful, Liz.
Yeah.
Just really want to say how much I appreciate you. You are a force of nature, and I just absolutely adore you and champion you. And if the world had more people like you, we would be in a much better place. Everybody, please help me celebrate Liz. And thank you so much for inspiring us today, Liz.
Thank you for having me. This was an honor, like a dream come true.
For us too. Thank you.